Them just my brothers, if they bangin', I'ma bang with them. I kick the dough down in $1,500 shoes. It's about to go down, it's up, so don't nobody move. Yeah, I'm screaming, fuck the ops, them niggas scary. I know some niggas with more bodies than the cemetery. I'm on the block with my Glock, do my thug deal.
Make sure you like the video, leave a comment on the video, share the video, and of course, if you're happy to do all that, please subscribe. Thank you.
Rehum at July shit, just live this your lifestyle. Living life like a beginning, this is only the beginning. I'm on the top of the mountain, puffing on clouds, and you can still beginning. You're right for my nigga, hey. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Ismail. We back here with another video, another death battle reaction. This one has been long awaited. You already know it's Magneto and this other dude. I already forgot his name, but we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. Tetsuo. I didn't watch Akira growing up. That just was before my time. So.
Family and their only son. You may know him as Magnus, Eric, or Max, but if you ask him, he'd say his true name is Magneto. As a Jewish child in Nazi Germany, Magneto's early life was, well, extremely traumatic. Even after eventually escaping certain death with his future wife, misfortune always followed wherever he went. Thanks to his unexpected mutation called the X gene, the mark of a superhuman. After settling down in Russia with his new family, the KGB quickly found out about this quirk. So they burned his house down with his own daughter inside. Naturally, he snapped and killed them all. I don't blame him. I'd do that too. Too bad his wife didn't get it and ditched him though. But that's when Magneto made a choice. Since humans hurt him his entire life, he'd do the same to them in the name of mutants everywhere. At first, Magneto
said,
turned
"Fuck
out
them
the
niggas."
epic powerhouse Charles Xavier and his fledgling team of heroes. But his new friend wasn't thrilled with the idea of, subjugating the human race. So, Magneto formed his own team of mutants, the Brotherhood. Magneto can telekinetically move, bend, and reshape any metal he's aware of. Bullets, vehicles, buildings, you name it. Even himself when he manipulates his personal magnetic field for flight and energy barriers. Magnetokinesis is far more versatile than it would appear at first glance. The blood in your body has iron in it.
Damn.
It has traces of lead and mercury. Whole mountains are lined with metallic ore. The Earth itself is surrounded by a literal magnetic field. So many toys for Maggie to play with. He can detect magnetic fields at such a huge range, he can even pinpoint Earth's magnetic rays while stranded on a planet in another galaxy.
Wow.
And guess what? He was able to use those rays to pull himself back.
That is... Alright, that's...
That's an insane
cool.
traveling
Cool
feats.
I did not know that
Sensing
his powers
feats.
were like... I didn't know that they were like
So versatile.
focused like that. Yeah, and so versatile. I never really knew that about Magneto.
The Earth in a single day. His range is even more remarkable than that. Did you know that in 1820, physicist Hans Christian Ørsted discovered that electric currents, like those of electrons and protons and atoms, produce their own magnetic field, which meant doing battle with Xavier's school of thought, quite literally. And Baldy's mind powers are no joke, but thanks to Magneto's psionic repelling helmet, Professor X couldn't touch him. Magneto survived Cyclops' earth-splitting lasers, absorbed the power of the sun to battle Iron Man, ripped the adamantium skeleton out of Wolverine's butt.
God damn.
Hold on.
Bro, doing that shit to Wolverine is insane.
And Thor's hammer. Ripped apart Wolverine's... Yeah, we already know that. Survived a miniaturized neutron star bullet. Resisted mental attacks from Professor X, of course. Defeated X, of course. I didn't... Yeah, he definitely... Yeah.
Insane psychic defense.
Pulled the break world bullet at near light speed. Yeah.
Buddy, and even taken on Hercules himself. You know, the Greek legend, Zero to Hero, the guy who held up the skies of Olympus for Atlas? That Hercules. Seems sensible. Magneto once used the Earth's magnetic field to overwhelm the Phoenix Force, which can effortlessly destroy planets, let alone far more. Hell, if he really wanted to, Magneto could totally just fling the Earth off its axis. It's entirely possible he may have eventually resorted to just that. Over time, it became clear Magneto's war was doing far more harm than good for his fellow mutants, however well-intentioned he may have been at first.
Luckily, he later realized
Facts.
he was going a bit overboard and began reevaluating his perspective. Good for you, Mags. It's really tough to recognize when you're the baddie.
It took time and patience not just from Magneto, but also from his peers. Yet eventually, his path was completely changed. He even became a leader for Xavier's X-Men.
But don't let his new goody two-shoes ways fool you. Whenever there's a threat to mutants, you can bet Magneto will be there to annihilate it. Or
Yeah.
by any means necessary.
Brutally. Savagely.
The group. Kanada's best friend, Tetsuo Shima. He's, well,
The exact opposite. A total wimp. As a kid, Tetsuo in his college thesis forehead got
5'4"?
as a new kid at the orphanage. Then
103 pounds is crazy to me. I would literally flick this nigga across the room, bro.
that's until Big Bro Canada came to the rescue.
eventually the two went to vocational
He's
school
19,
together and
5'4".
formed the capsules. But Tetsuo was never satisfied with Kanada being the leader of the pack. Tetsuo desired
103
anything to
is
be
insane.
a dog.
Oh, I can just see that monkey's paw curling in my mind. Or that kid walking down the street. Shit, Tetsuo, watch out, you're gonna...
Damn.
That definitely should have killed him. But since it didn't, Tetsuo earned himself a ticket to military confinement. Turns out they had an under-the-table program for developing child superweapons.
In the same program
Damn.
that backfired and jump-started the war, Tetsuo became Japan's Esper number 41.
Ooh, a
Been a
Esper.
natural with bikes,
Bro was like
games,
a
but
Bucky.
this elegant-
A super
Bucky
psychic.
Barnes.
Like an 11 super psychic.
Effortlessly flying, reading minds, and
But he's probably above
playing
11, no
strawberry
lie.
jelly. Tetsuo got what he wanted. Power, along with the hunger for more of it.
A hunger that used to only be satiated with drugs. And not just any
Oh my
kind of
God.
drug. Pills so potent that a single gram of the stuff could kill you.
Damn.
Pretty bad. Kinda reminds me of college days, huh? Snow wizard.
Tetsuo's main ability is his constantly increasing psionic energy, growing more and more powerful over time. This is due to Tetsuo's link to, quote, the memories of the universe, end quote. It's weird.
Either way, Tetsuo leveled up from lame gangbuster to certified badass. This guy is a walking natural disaster. His telekinesis can shake the planet, easily cause earthquakes.
The planet?
dozen
Oh my
miles below
God.
the surface. He can summon psychic
That's some
barriers,
Dragon Ball Z type shit.
crush foes with friggin' gravity wells. He can dart around as a literal bolt of lightning, or even teleport in an instant.
Tetsuo's telekinesis can be so precise he can...
Bro, is he not a Saiyan? What the hell?
Body.
They turned this nigga into Goku.
But even after losing a whole...
That's crazy. They said that he can fucking travel through lightning, bro. That is crazy to me. So like,
I think they were saying that he's like as fast as lightning.
nah, he said literally like he can travel through lightning type shit.
Gravity wells. He can dart around as a literal bolt of lightning, or even teleport in an instant.
See?
Tetsuo's telekinesis can be so precise he can target and obliterate specific parts of the body. He can heal severe wounds quickly, but even after losing a whole limb, he can craft a new one using whatever nearby materials he wants.
With these powers,
Like, what the fuck?
He can regenerate.
Or who needed his approval? Tetsuo tasted that good shit and he was hooked. And when he found out another Esper named Akira could deal him even more power, he rampaged through Tokyo to find him.
And this is where versions of the story differ.
Ahem. Spoilers ahoy!
You may be familiar with the 1988 animation, where Akira had been dissected for research. However, in the original manga, Akira is not only alive, but even more powerful.
Once that little runt nuked Tokyo, Tetsuo would erect the Great Tokyo Empire with Akira and himself as its leaders. But he ended up just abusing the position for endless sex and inflating his ego.
With Kanada's rebellion at his front door, Tetsuo took a turn for the worse. He had to fight.
Tetsuo's defeated other powerful Espers, dodged light-speed lasers, and jumped to the moon faster than anyone could blink, and then punched a big old hole in it. And if you ask, Boomstick, wouldn't that mess up gravity on Earth? You would be right, because it totally did. Screwed the planet, I guess.
Which brings
I'm
us
telling you, they turned this dude to Goku.
His abuse of his powers spiraled until he lost control. Unfortunately for Kanada's rebellion, this did not make Tetsuo an easier enemy to confront. Exactly opposite, in fact, has Tetsuo painfully mutated into an unstoppable behemoth.
What the fuck?
That's not totally disturbing at
Bro,
all.
like, what is stopping Magneto from like dying like horribly?
I mean, I know
Besides,
babies might
like
be
his,
monsters,
I just
like,
wanna
I know
see
he's
this-
powerful.
See how Magneto.
I know
deals
he's
with
powerful,
this.
but yeah, but also yeah, he did say Magneto is like, but like, it's his strength. Like, I know he can like fuck with the Earth, but I don't know.
yet described as a shedding of one's own identity, like how LSD can emulate a wild out-of-body experience, and you come back with a new perspective. Though this is maybe a little more extreme. In fact, you could say Tetsuo was shedding his human body to play with the powers of a god.
I wish I could shed out of my body, but in this case, Tetsuo going full out of body meant becoming a mound of raw, ever-expanding energy.
Which almost nuked Tokyo all over again. And those explosions are not normal. I would know. Top scientists in both the manga and animated versions describe these explosions as births of a new universe.
What?
Cap, that's dick suck.
Tetsuo's mutated form
That's
was like
fucking
a
insane.
Big Bang.
You know, the thing that started our whole universe? Right. In the manga,
You don't go from planetary to universal like that. That's just.
a testament that humankind is
Yeah, like what?
They're saying it feels. They're saying it feels like that. They have no reference to that. They don't know what that's like.
buddies. Tetsuo got so high on ego death, he ascended time-space to become god of a new universe. Kind of worth it, right? And yet, Kaneda kept his empire up in his honor, now as the Great Akira Empire. Ironically, in death, Tetsuo finally received the attention he so
This nigga's using
desperately
DSR.
Let's go.
Let's get. Oh wow. Oh, I thought they had some fire edits, but I mean animations, but they don't.
Wrong country, Grandpa. You're an Akira turf now.
This shit still looks good though.
All right, come on. Let's be a good fight, man.
You're dead meat.
Impudent child.
The hell are you calling child? I make the rules around here.
What?
You're wasting my time. Politics for the master of magnetism.
What? He threw a fucking building at him.
I'll kill you. Your history, scumbag.
Damn.
I believe I've had enough tantrums to last a lifetime.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, he's gonna just explode and he's gonna do his universe whatever attack. What the fuck?
Listen, welcome. I'll handle this on my own. Die. Hurts. Help me.
Is it because he doesn't have his helmet no more? Is that why he's able to just
Yeah,
break
I
through his
think.
mind? Headshot. Thank you.
Thank you is fucking crazy.
That's literally, that almost ruined the whole fight.
Exaggeration.
That almost ruined the whole fight. Like, what the fuck? Thank you for blowing my noggin and just destroying my brain matter.
Nigga, I can't get past him who fucking about to damn rip his fucking Adam's apple out. That shit threw me off. I was like, what the fuck? But
Yeah, apparently this Tetsuo nigga is strong as fuck. Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, the fight itself was fire, so I actually really liked it.
I'm never doing that again. Tetsuo's esoteric telekinesis and other bizarre abilities certainly gave Magneto pause, but the master of magnetism had greater control over his foe. The numbers don't lie. Tetsuo cratering the moon was insane, but Magneto punched Iron Man with the force of the sun. And while Tetsuo jumped all the way to the moon, Magneto could move across galaxies. Against Tetsuo in his human form, Magneto obviously held a sizable advantage in power and speed. But stats aren't all that matters. With his precise telekinesis, Tetsuo could just target Magneto's organs. GG, right? Yes, but Magneto had similar skills. There are very few substances on Earth that lack any metallic or magnetic component, and Magneto is very creative with his powers, which he could use to predict Tetsuo's teleportation and even shut down his telekinesis.
Wow.
And his scraps with Xavier prove he could handle Tetsuo's messing with his head. The biggest challenge for Magneto was
So I
when
thought-
Tetsuo's gross mutated power came into play, especially given how the detonations from this form were compared to that of a Big Bang. Although the authenticity
That's
of the
Dick Side.
observation is questionable. In truth, the Big Bang was a sudden expansion of matter on a universal scale, whereas Tetsuo's explosions are more akin to nuclear blasts, clearly intentional given the post-war symbolism of the Akira story. The whole creating an alternate universe bit wasn't even part of the original material, so we can't exactly call it canon. But let's
Thank
just say
you.
the comparison wasn't superfluous. Let's say Tetsuo did in fact
Yeah,
cause a
yeah. Let's
Big Bang.
let's do the absolute maximum dick suck right now.
Or otherwise. Turns out Magneto had the tools to stop that too.
Ghost Rider.
Overpower Hercules.
Alright, I'm gonna put featuring Ghost Rider in the title.
Olympus, which is literally heaven and an alternate universe.
Man, I told you that nigga Hercules
Doesn't
OG.
necessarily mean Magneto can easily destroy a universe with a snap of his fingers, but it does prove he can match a similar level of power. And context is everything. Tetsuo's Big Bang eruption specifically exhibited proton collapse, meaning its atomic structure was primarily an unstable mess of neutrons and electrons. And Magneto has detected and commanded unstable electrons before. This means Magneto had every means available to take control over this Big Bang. Damn, and I thought I could just move some metal around. It's like the question posed by some of the greatest prophets of our time. Fucking magnets. How do they even work?
Bruh.
Magneto's astonishing power and intelligent control over all things magnetism triumphed in the end. Tetsuo pushed his luck, but didn't have the metal to pull off the win. The winner is Magneto.
Damn, bro, that's a W video. Hey, bro, we love Death Battle over here. Not cap, but that's gonna be it for this reaction.
No cap.
Damn, that was a fire ass fight. No cap.
Yeah, we already know, man. Y'all be safe. Let us know anything y'all want us to watch in the future. Let us know anything, you know, if you had a problem with anything we say, go ahead, leave the timestamp. That's pretty much the video, man. Yeah, we out. Peace.